around the garden, guys. Excuse the washing. First day this year we've been able to get it out. So these broccolis are near enough done now. These three are off. Still got some side shoots on them, but yeah, just about done. They went to flower anyway. This one is still going. Nice little head on that. But side shoots on this as well. So this cold frame that was absolutely destroyed, managed to rebuild it. Oh, sorry about the shadow. It's really nice today. This door here was absolutely destroyed. Polycarb was all smashed. But if you remember, I bought that aluminium greenhouse, so I had a load of polycarb left over, and so I've cut a new piece for the door. It might last a season. It's not the best. It's a bit stiff, but I think it will serve a purpose this year. So I'm quite happy about that. Saved me buying another one. I've moved this small bed, which was down here, and had spring onions and lettuce in, I believe, last year. So I've put that over there in this corner, because all that was in this corner was some spring bulbs and a little flamingo bush that wasn't very happy. So I've put this bed there. I've chucked in a load of 6X and chicken pellets, and I'm going to pop some Brussels sprouts in there this year. It's a bit of a sun trap, so something different. I like my Brussels. So we'll give them a go, I think. Bed's been weeded. I've chucked a bit of cardboard over them just to suppress the weeds a little bit. So they just need topping up, bit of nutrition, they're ready to go. I've still got a few carrots to pull out of this box. Excuse me. They're going to have to come out shortly because I need to get this ready for this year's carrots. So should be a few good ones in there. Perhaps pull a few of them for dinner later. Got some lovely heads on these broccolis now. This is a cracker. It's not as big as last year, but it's a really good one. So that will probably be my dinner tomorrow. But I've still got some nice ones here as well. In fact, they've all got heads on. This one has, and this one has. So yeah, they've all got really good, nice tight heads on them. So pleased with these. But this one's it's a good size, that one. So yeah, quite happy about that. The spring bulbs that I took out of that corner, I've actually just dumped in this little planter for now, just to see if they come to anything. They might do. They look healthy enough. This is the bush that I took out, and I've stuck it in this pot with a bit of nutrition, give it a good drink, and within a few days it's actually coming into bud. So perhaps it prefers it in a pot, we'll see. Still got a few carrots and parsnips in here. These will be coming out as well, so I can get this prepared for this year. Don't know what I'm going to put in here. I'm not decided on the plan for the garden yet. Really haven't thought about it, but I don't know. I might do carrots again, might do parsnips again, might do both. We'll see. So yeah, there's not a lot going on other than that. I've been turning all this side over, getting all the weeds out, taking out all the stuff that I don't want, all them Shasta daisies and that I had in this corner last year. All gone. They just got too big, too vigorous. This little bed in front of the decking, I'm undecided whether to put flowers in here or use this as a strawberry bed. I'm just concerned about the sun, because it does get sun, but not until sort of just after midday really, when the sun moves around. So I think strawberries would be lovely in there. It's only about 6 inches deep, so it's pretty perfect. But again, we'll decide that. So what I'll do, pansies are doing really well now. I deadheaded them last week, and they seem to be loving it. Beautiful. So I'll show you what's going on in the greenhouse. So what we've got going on in here. Excuse the shadows, guys, but I'm not complaining. I haven't seen and felt this kind of weather for such a long time. So onion sets. These are coming on fantastic. Really happy with them. 100%. Can't moan at all. So really pleased with those. The other onions let me just pop you down here and show you. So lifting them up, not looking great. They're still looking sorry for themselves, but they have been out here in the cold, left to their own devices, so I think they'll pick up, but if not, we've obviously got backups, and we've got a few of the Bedfordshire Champion up there, so they're not looking fab, but we'll see how they get on. Pop you back up there. There you go. Binoculars, really pleased with these. Come on leaps and bounds since I potted them on. They look really healthy. Putting on some good roots as well, so that's the mixed ones, and the yellow ones pretty much the same. Lovely looking plants. Can't wait to get these in the ground. So that's pretty much all I've got going on here at the minute, but today I am going to be sowing some seeds. I'm not going to go over the top, it is still cold. It might be 17 degrees this afternoon, but we're still getting cold nights, and the temperatures are going to drop again next week, so we're nowhere near past the last frost date for this area. I don't know what the zone is, I think it's about 8B, something like that. But I'm going to be sowing some seeds. Some of them are going to stay in here, and some of them I will be taking in the house. I'm going to try some Rudbeckias that I've never managed to really be successful with from seed before. I did ask Eli from In the Garden with Eli and Kate, and she said to try cold stratification on them and see if that helps. So that's what I've done. They've been in the fridge, a little bit of cold stratification. We're going to save some of them and see if it works. So thanks for the tip, Eli, appreciate it. Hope it's good advice. And yeah, so we're going to do some Rudbeckias. I'm going to have a look through my seeds. I might save some brassicas today. I might get my sprouts started. I might do some more calabrese. What else? I'll have a look through the flowers. I might do some flowers, start some cosmos off, and perhaps even some marigolds. I know it's quite early, but they're quite hardy, and I'd like to get them up a little bit, pinch them out, get them nice and bushy before they go in the garden. So let's do a bit of seed sowing, guys. Right, so Rudbeckia. These have been in the fridge. These ones haven't. So if they germinate, it will just be interesting to see which ones do best. So I've got 4 different types. I've got a Rudbeckia rustic dwarf mixed, which is gold and bronze, mahogany kind of colours. They're quite short, 45 centimetres, so these will go, my plan is mid border. And we've got Toto rustic. These, I don't know what colour these are, but on the basis it says rustic, I would assume they're a bronzy colour. These are about 30 centimetres, so these hopefully front of the border. And I've got a Rudbeckia Fulgida var Speciosa. These are the tall ones and bright yellow. These are like get up to 1 metre tall, so these will go right at the back of the border. So hopefully we've got a nice mix. And these ones I've had for years, Gloriosa daisies, all different colours. These ones, I've actually got a photo of that one. These are 90 centimetres, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to dot these in the back of the border, so there's a little bit of height variation. It all sounds good now, but got to get them to germinate first, obviously. So I'll try and pop some photos up, fly, of the other ones. I've also got some perennial sunflowers. Now, I've been trying to grow these for years. I've never managed to grow them. The type I was after were called Lemon Queen, and I've just not been able to get hold of them. These are called Year on Year. They grow to about 2 metres tall. I've never managed to get these to germinate, but I'm going to try again, because I'd like to dot these at the back of the borders as well, just to get some height over this rear fence. So we'll see how we get on. Normally I'd sow into trays, but because I've got 4 different types of Rudbeckia, I'm going to sow these into pots with a propagator lid on the top, simply because I can just put the 4 pots on the kitchen windowsill. I'm really limited for space in the house because I've got too many houseplants basically, so I'm going to sow them in pots. I literally only need that much soil, but I'm going to sow them in pots regardless, just for space saving. Compost is the Jack's Magic, again just box standard compost. It's actually quite, it's really nice. I've sieved it, but there's hardly any lumps in it. I could probably sow straight into it, but I have sieved it anyway because these are quite tiny seeds. So I'm just going to pop some of the compost in the pot. Tiny little firm down, and I will give it a little top water because I don't want to disturb the seeds, because they are tiny seeds. So I've never sown into pots small seeds before like this, but just haven't got the space. So there's a little bit of moisture in there, and we'll go in with the rustic dwarfs. How many seeds is in here? 450 seeds. I don't need that many. I'm literally just going to sprinkle some of these on the top. There's quite a few there. I mean, that's more than enough if they come up. And then obviously if they do come up, we'll pop them on. That's the rustic dwarf, obviously labelled. I won't bore you going through all of them. I'm going to sow them all exactly the same way. Rustic dwarf Rudbeck. And I'm not going to cover these with compost. I'm going to cover them with a very fine vermiculite. Because it lets in a bit of light. And the other good thing is, you can give that a light dust in the water again, and it's not going to throw the seeds everywhere. Nice and damp. And they're good to go. With one of these little lids. I got these off Temu. The pots are atrocious, they're really, really thick. But I think they're a good idea. If they stay on. And there's your little seed pot propagator thingy to go on the kitchen windowsill. So I'll do the others. And hopefully they'll germinate. See you in a minute. So that's the 4 pots of Rudbeckia, all done. And up there I've got 1 pot of sunflowers. They will go in the house on the kitchen windowsill. So now I'm going to sow some Brussels sprouts. So, sprouts. I've got 2 different types. I've got a pretty traditional Bedford and a bright F1. I've selected these quite simply because it says that they only grow to sort of 2.5 foot and, well, yeah, 2.5 to 3 foot, which to me isn't too bad for sprouts because they can get quite tall. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But I've got a couple of these to sow. I literally only need 2 or 3 plants for that area at the top there. And I'm the only one that eats them anyway, so 2 or 3 plants. I should think I'll stink over Christmas, but there you go. I'm sowing them into these little module trays. This is 12 cell. The reason I'm sowing them into these is because they've got the little tray that you pop it in so you can water from the bottom. And I can also pop a little prop lid on the top because these will be staying in here. I don't want these in the house. I don't believe I need to be in a house, and I can keep this greenhouse fairly warm, and it is warming up. So we're going to pop some of these in. Again, it's the same compost. In fact, there's a schoolboy error there. I didn't actually sieve the compost when I poured some more on, but to be honest, I don't think they need it. I think this compost is pretty good as it stands. And I'm literally going to put one seed in each cell. So, little hole in the middle. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Just a hole in the middle. About 8 to 10 mil deep. And I'm going to try and get one in each. So these are the F1s. I think you get 30 seeds, which is not too bad for an F1, I suppose. You should be able to get these out quite easily one at a time. So just literally drop one in each hole. I'm going to do 6 of each. There you go, that's 6. And the other one is the Bedford, which is not an F1, and this one you get 100 seeds. Again, I don't need many. If they all come up, I'll be stuffing Brussels all over the garden. There we go, 12 Brussels in. I've just dropped a seed there. I don't really want that in the compost. So, Bedford on the left, Bright on the right. I'll give these a drop of water. And then just top them off with a little bit of compost. Now I like to do this is just use the hands and sieve it across the top. So you're breaking it up a little bit. Wipe off the excess. Bedford on the left, Bright on the right. And these trays don't have holes in the bottom, so I can bottom water. We'll pop them in there. I'll label them in a sec, I haven't forgot. And obviously standing there I can give them that little bit of protection with this lid. And I can open and shut the vent. So that's the Brussels all good to go. Roll on Christmas dinner. So last thing today on the sowing menu is some salad onions, or spring onions, whatever you want to call them. I've got 2 types. I've got the Old Faithful, the White Lisbon, and I found these. These are from the, well, I don't know where they're from. They're from Thompson and Morgan, to be fair, but they're the Royal Botanic Garden Q seeds, and they are spring onions, and they're called Pompeii, but I liked them because they're like little round ones. They look like the little silver skin onions, but these are decent for salads, pickling, whatever you want to do with them. But they look quite cute, so I thought I'd try some of them. I'm going to multi-sow. Always do with spring onions. I'm going to multi-sow into these, which these are called Optipots, I think. I don't know if they're made by, it's either Erin or Garland, one of the two. But I like to sow things in these quite simply because you can see the root run because they're clear. So we're sowing into those, and I'm just going to do, what have we got here? I'll probably do 3 rows of White Lisbon and 2 rows of the Pompeii, and just a pinch of seeds in each hole. I've already done the tray, save you boring, save boring you with it. So I'm just going to put a pinch in each of the holes, and I'll plant them out excuse me, as they are. Quite a lot of seeds, as you'd expect, but I think 5 or 6 seeds. In each hole. Every time I offer them up, I'm losing one. And these again will stay out here, and these won't have any protection at all. I've got no lids for these. I mean, I can put a lid on them. I've got some trays that I can pop them in with a large propagator lid, but I probably won't bother. They're fairly hardy. They're not easy to get back in the packet though. There we go. Sorry about the shadow guys, but it is really sunny today and it's 28.7 degrees in here. Why I'm standing here in a hoodie, I don't know. So, White Lisbon. Good old favourite, quite reliable, although the year before, I didn't have much success with them, but that might have been just the way I was trying to grow them, I don't know. So we'll do these exactly the same, and then hopefully we'll have some nice bunches of spring onions. So there we go, spring onions done. Not easy to get back in a packet, these. You thought it'd be easy because they're quite big. Probably helps I didn't split the side of the packet, but there you go. There we go, we're done. I'm just going to lightly cover them with some compost, give them a little bit of water, and that's the job for good. Right, so there we are. We've got the pots of Rebecca's and the sunflowers. We've got the spring onions on there, Brussels sprouts sit in there, and obviously the sets that you saw earlier, the Rebecca's and the other onions, which still look sorry for themselves. So it's about time I went and picked some dinner. There we have it guys, got my brew. It's normally the first thing you should do, as Dave says, but been busy. Anyway, season has started guys, sowing has begun, well for me anyway. Still too early for me personally for tomatoes, cucumbers, French beans, things like that. At the end of the day, they grow really quick anyway, so there's no point rushing into it because they grow so fast they catch up. And there's still cold nights to come. No two ways about it. So I'm going to end this one here and go and edit this video so it's not so much of an epic. I don't want to bore you all. And hopefully we'll get some footage out next week. I know the temperature is going to drop next week. It's going to get colder again. I don't think we're going to get freezing, but you never know. So keep an eye on it, guys, if you are sowing. Look after your plants. And if you want to see any more of the stuff I get up to, there's plenty of footage on my channel. Just go and have a look. You know, watch this video here. I'll watch this video here. There's plenty more to choose from. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon.